Come on, blow the whistle.
Hold on.
Yeah! That's it! That's it! Come on! Come on! Get it, son! Come on! Slow in, lads! Come on! Oh, Jesus Christ. My head. My head. Well, I suppose if you clicked on this video hoping to see the most hungover man on the planet, you've got your money's worth. This isn't what they want to see. This isn't content. This is just a hungover man in pain. It's sad. It's absolutely sad. It's so worth it though. It's so worth it. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So, this isn't even a match review. This is just a signal to let you guys know that I'm alive, essentially. Because I was going mad on social media yesterday after the game. So Sunderland have just won their first piece of silverware at Wembley since 1973, and my God, did I celebrate. And if you guys follow me on social media, you'll know that I celebrated last night. I celebrated pretty goddamn hard. I'm not going to lie, I celebrated pretty goddamn hard. Do I regret it? No. Never. Never regret it. Never. But Sunderland did pick up their first piece of silverware at Wembley since 1973, as I say. They beat Tranmere by 1-0, and in terms of a match review, it's not going to be a proper match review. It really isn't. Like I say, this is literally me just saying hi, essentially, after the game, letting you know I'm breathing. But yeah, if you do want a little bit of a match review, it was pretty poor. If we're going to be completely honest, if we're going to be brutally honest, we were quite poor. And at times, during that game yesterday, during that 1-0 win at Wembley, even though, of course, in the end, we got the trophy, that's all that counts. That's all I care about. If we're talking about a performance in general, I think we were actually very poor for large parts. And there were certain players on the pitch yesterday, which I'm not going to go into detail of, but there were certain players on the pitch that I truly believe didn't treat that like a final, and they treated it like it was a friendly or a glorified friendly. And that made me very angry. Very, very angry. So angry, in fact, during the game, I kicked my sofa in anger. And my shin is currently in bits. It's cut to pieces. I won't show you. It's pretty graphic, particularly for a Monday morning. But it hurts. It hurts. But yeah, for large parts of that game, we weren't very good. The tempo was very, very poor. It was so slow. We had Ledbetter and Scowen in the middle. Across the back, we did have McFadzean. We had Flanagan and O'Nien in the middle of that defence, and we also had Max Power at right back. And like I say, with Ledbetter and Scowen in the middle. And that, for me, was almost a killer, Ledbetter and Scowen in the middle, because it was so unbelievably defensive. And the pair of them, Ledbetter, as much as I love him, Scowen, as much as, he works hard, he was hell-bent on going backwards again, like the last time Scowen played. Ledbetter, exactly the same. So nothing was coming from the middle. Even if we had, ample possession, it was always going backwards. The only time we could possibly get forward or had an outlet to going forward would be if McGeady would come deep to pick up the ball. Gooch the same, who didn't have a great game anyway, Gooch. But still, the only way we were getting into the final third was when Gooch or McGeady dropped him really, really deep to pick up the ball. Because Ledbetter and Scowen, my God, even if they had ample room in front of them, so much grass to run into, they were so determined to go backwards. And it was so frustrating. And like I say, it was getting that frustrating that I booted my sofa. And that part wasn't worth it. That part definitely wasn't worth it. It hurts a lot. But just before the hour mark, from what was a pretty poor game, as I say, in general, there wasn't too much quality in the game. Tranmere had quite a lot of possession, to be fair to them. But what was very clear is they just didn't have a goal scorer on the pitch. They were getting plenty of possession at times, whipping plenty of dangerous crosses into the box, but there was just no one getting on the end of him. So, fair play to Tranmere. You can see why they got this far in the competition, because they were very good and there were some very, very quality crosses coming in. But they just didn't have a striker. They generally didn't have a striker, that was it. And that was my main concern originally, because they were whipping really, really good quality crosses in. But we were dealing with them very easily because O'Nien and Flanagan half the time, no one was contesting him. And it made it so unbelievably easy to defend against. So that's a shame for Tranmere, but of course I'm not going to complain. But just before the hour mark, we finally break the deadlock. It's a lovely, lovely ball from McGeady to Lyndon Gooch. Slips him through, one-on-one with the keeper, coming down the right-hand side. Puts it past him into the roof of the net to make it 1-0. And my God, I'm not going to tell you, that I only celebrated a bit. I almost cried. When I hit the back of the net, I won't lie to you, I did almost cry. To see a score at Wembley, there was so much frustration going into that game and during the game as well.
I was nearly in tears. I'm not going to lie to you when Gooch scored that. I think there were just years of frustration, and I could feel that was the winning goal as well. That, you know, we've been taking the piss out of constantly, like, all over social media. We're going to get it anyway, regardless. There's always miserable bastards who aren't winning things. You know, I know it's only the pizza trophy. I'm not stupid. I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware that it isn't the FA Cup final. I'm fully aware that it isn't the Champions League final. But you've got like the mags like, why are you celebrating? It's the pizza trophy. You know, like we should sit there in silence if we win a trophy at Wembley. Do you know what I mean? Fucking idiots. But either way, yeah, there was just so much frustration over the years. You know, we've had back-to-back relegations. Our club has been treated like shit by owners and by players in certain parts of the last few years. And that goal for me, like I say, as soon as it hit the back of the net, I felt like that was a winning goal. I knew that was a winning goal, and emotions just completely came out of me, and it just drained out of me. And like I said, I was nearly in tears. My housemate was climbing all over me, screaming. Who doesn't even support Sunderland? He was just doing it because he was obviously just watching the game purely to support me, if anything. And yeah, it was emotional, and it's amazing that we've finally got this out of the way. And like I said in the video just before the game yesterday, I made a video stating how important this game actually was and is, and I still stand by that. I still stand by the fact that if we win this game, which we did win this game, I put my neck on the line and said that we're going to go up in the automatics. You know, hopefully injuries don't knock us too much, because Flanagan got injured as well, which, you know, essentially we had one defender on the pitch yesterday for the majority, and Flanagan come off injured again. Which was very, very frustrating. We basically just had a defence full of midfielders. That's exactly what we had for the majority of the game. But we've got Clinton coming on, and he was very, very comfortable, to be fair. Right back, of course, but still, we didn't have any natural centre-backs on the pitch. We had wing-backs playing in centre-back positions, and regardless, we won the game, and I do truly believe now, if we take that seriously, like I say, that there were some players yesterday that I don't believe took that as seriously as they should have done. They treated it like a glorified friendly, which, again, absolutely infuriated me. But I'm not going to go into that, like I said, because this is a positive video. It's positive. But yeah, hopefully we can get a couple of players back from injury now, the likes of Bailey Wright and Denver Hume eventually. So solidify that back line. Sanderson, of course, will be back after being cup-tied, you know, for the game against Aki on Wednesday. Very, very important game back in the league, of course. And we should be flying now. Everyone's confidence should be absolutely sky high. We've taken on Tranmere, we've beaten them. Yes, you might say, you know, on paper that they're only League Two. We should have beat them anyway, but they beat some very, very good League One sides to get there. They beat Peterborough, they beat Oxford. Very, very good, respectable League One sides. Like I said in the preview to this game, Peterborough for me are the best side. Or personally, I think that Peterborough are the strongest side in League One. I think they play a really, really good brand of football. Attacking wise, they have some very, very good players, strong players, and they won as well. So to say that half of our squad or team yesterday, and again it's only my opinion, treated yesterday's game like it was a glorified friendly, and we still managed to get away with the win, trophy at the end. It was very nice to see, and I truly believe that if we do ride this wave, that we will go up in the automatic this season. But I'm going to leave it at that. And in terms of a man of the match, I'll give it to Brantley Tillery, purely because, you know, Sunderland born and bred. He finally gets to lift a trophy at Wembley as well for Sunderland, for his boyhood club. I'll give it to Grant, just because I love the lad. But yeah, if you're a Sunderland fan and you're happy, hit the like button. It'd be massively appreciated. I'm going to go get my head down. I'm hanging out of my house. Absolutely hanging. Much love to you all. Peace and stay jammy.